Today at the Hot Seats program, they look at one critical sector. Of course, and similarly, so we get somebody at the show now one pan the unshakable stone stem within the President Bio led government. I mean, one pan the people who don't serve within President Bio in first term serve full 5 years, and now it's still the, of course, it's still the part of the bandwagon for move the presidency agenda. And now one sector where even myself sitting here, that my sector I fall, of course, the youth sector. So today we look inside of this program, we look at youth and job creation, the youth ministry's perspective. Waiting at the perspective of the youth ministry in terms of this one. Mind you, this is not the sector where one point key mandates have ensure say they monitor and implement, programs them and see ways for coordinates with other sectors then, because now one sector we really interconnected with every other sector right across the country, then get a very broad mandates and get a very, very broad mandate. But as always made to bring the program to you. My name is Samuel Ibrahim Kuroma, and they give me the opportunity for introduce the guest in the studio and the person of Orman Bangura, where him now the youth minister for Sierra Leone. Orman Bangura, it's a pleasure having us always. Good evening.
Thank you. Good evening, AYV. Good evening, Sierra Leoneans. Good evening, everyone.
Orman, you now one pan the ministers that we don't serve 6 years within the President Bio led administration. How it's like for you at this moment, serving in that capacity? When plenty other people have been get caught out, then the President Bio they do in cabinet reshuffle. You fortunate for stay. How it's like being there for 6 years?
My pleasure, my honor for serve young people and for serve under the leadership of President Bio. And despite him being the president, follow you serve under somebody for believing him. When you get a conviction of believing the leader way you serve under, way they give directive, and you get in vision, it's easy for you that way. And now extraordinary privilege. I mean, coming from family right at the extreme end. 20 years ago, if you tell anybody I could be minister, they go say, they pass. And they look at me, say, come serve under my own leadership, and it's a honor. And something I know they take for granted, and something I know and they joke with themselves that His Excellency, the President, called me for serve, and they serve with me, aid me life, me everything, so that I give them the results we want, and give young people them the results we they want within my own space.
How you can describe your service to young people of this country as the youth minister?
So basically, it's challenging for serve an opinion-led ministry and perception-led ministry. I mean, a ministry, a sector where get for do it young people, a sector where get for do it the majority of the population from diverse ways. When you talk about youth ministry, youth affairs, entrepreneurship, the media, agriculture, everything. So you sit like a gearbox. Then at the center, you touch it, and now it's really great. But one thing I always say people, your level of calmness, for address issues, challenges, opportunities. That one day don't keep me up and running. And I also bless for get a team, because sometimes you get so many people, but the team where they get able challenge, able fix a whole lot of stuff, And as a leader, you always get if you get that listening ears, you don't know everything. I mean, me, like I always said, my staff and say, me, I'm the most stupid man. I allow them for let them give me their opinion, but they need to allow me to take the decision. So you get forget that listening ears, you get forget that tolerance. That's a space where you get for really you have to be tolerant for everybody. Everybody get your opinion. Everybody get your own view of looking at things. But the reason why they put you as leader, you forget that level of calmness for take decision as and when necessary in the interest of the country.
Now, so currently happen in your office, say you work with you, of course, people in the office, you're not in a very calm mood and all the rest, when in actual fact, it's like you get the director of programs and that of chief director in the office. It seems like it seems like one position they serve, the same purpose.
No. You get the permanent secretary. You get the director of programs. The director of program.
And that director it's where you just like you established that one.
The director of program na public servant.
Okay.
The chief director na civil servant. So, the pace at which you run with the ministry. There are certain programs.
I understand it too. Let the public
Okay.
understand.
So basically, the ministry, they get the policy area, when are the chief director in line, they get the programmatic area, when are the director of programming area. Okay. So the chief director gets a whole the policy area where for draft policy, for advice on policy, for advice on things that we get for do it, young people on policies, how do we intervene, how do we reach out to this. They get the director of program where they specifically, they guide how to implement program, timely intervention, timely delivery, timely liquidation, ensuring that efficient use of resources and advice on cost on in terms of programming. So now the two sectors that one there. For instance, if we get a program where we go for do with development partner, maybe you're not going to get the civil servant for run the pace where you want one, but the director of program will not say now a programmatic person and in subject in contract now annual consultancy. Okay. On annual basis, you know, say every year I can renew or not renew. So you urge the passion, the urgency where you get is quite different from the other side. Where they tell you say, but I don't see past 10 ministers and minister go, minister can you go 11 minutes because
so that's a result of effectiveness make you be see the need, efficiency and effectiveness make you be see the need see they bring in for create such a directorate for move the agenda of what they bring in.
That's it. Other ministers can get a delivery unit. You understand? Some people, some ministers say all get a delivery unit, but me not create a delivery unit. I get a component manager. Component manager, now the middle player, the liaison between government and development partners. Him strategically responsible for mobilize resources from development partners. And they look at window, the right project, and they look at areas where we get tendency for low access funds. Okay. That's the role of the component manager. And when the funds and they come, they ensure say we implement and liquidate on time to them within the and get the necessary correspondence then done.
Oh, and you sector on one panel areas the way the presidents make a promise way ring bell now the looks and crime of this country. One of which is say will provide 500,000 jobs for the youth of this country. Mm. For the mere fact they use the nomenclature youth, it directly points to your ministry. Where are we in terms of those jobs?
We're doing well. We're doing well. We're doing well. We're doing well so far, and I'm very pleased with the pace at which we go. You see, it's a progress, work in progress, and when His Excellency voice out down at the clear directive we don't direct. Getting the vision at the area that we don't direct the country for go. So every facet, private sector, development partners, ministry, agencies, partners, is indoor action saying that this direction and they go under the 5 game changes and I want to create 500,000 jobs. So everybody will do things and now they find out say, they tag them how much you don't create, how much you don't this. You see a couple of weeks ago, series of programs including how many factories them, industries them. You know, I see the chief minister, the post and create over 16 industries where he say 500,000 jobs, not to just the government, the target, but him creating the enabling environment for private sector for invest. Out of their investment, they find out say we will create a whole lot of jobs. For instance, PC and Sons, you know, like Lungi, now you get massive young people and they're on Yabas production, mass production. You see the steel bending, the steel factory, get thousands of young people they don't recruit. I was there a couple of days ago, you know, and you know, like Sarah, Leone who will come, Leone not be there in existence. There was no mining company. You ensure say, give them that kind of waiver for ensure say then they up now they get thousands of young people amongst other agencies. So when you say 500,000 jobs, it get the agriculture sector, it get the value chain, it get government, it get access to finance, where they create opportunity for young people and for be their own entrepreneurs and create job for themselves, and they get the private sector. Majority of the 500,000 jobs, it more depend on the private sector than we from government. So now that one day, I'll be the general thinking. And so far, we're on the right trajectory with the move, and very okay with what's happened so far.
So let me talk on the ministry. I know say the ministry gets a lot of projects them. We're also targeted towards ensuring, say, you know, then give jobs to youth them and empower youth them in various skill areas. Let me talk on the one day. Where are we in terms of that aspect?
Yes. So for instance, I made mention of my performance contracts were signed this year. And so far, in part of the performance contract, the president asked me for make I mobilize $1 million from development partners. I mean, I end up for mobilize $1.2 million. So that one day, he asked for create, reach out to about 5,000 or 10,000 young people in terms of national cohesion, nationalism, patriotism. So I use a strategy by getting content producers, recruiting content producers, and use the social media. If you go TikTok, this, that, now you get a lot of following. You say young people, they talk about nationalism, patriotism, using National Youth Service, using that, blah, blah, blah. So when you talk about how the sector they go, how the ministry they go, that's some of the things in there. And so far, the ministry, National Youth Commission, National Youth Service, they actually do well on delivering the mandate way the president gave me because now the media supervise. And on another note, you find out we get agencies, we get partners. So the president give the general umbrella that we want 500,000 jobs. So it's the responsibility of the minister and line ministries, partners, for ensuring we tailor every program, every opportunity target towards the 500,000 job. Like today, I just did with World Bank, what we just done with World Bank. I get a mission where come, for can watch progress. You find out under the city council, they get green jobs, when 2,000 jobs. I mean, the mayor, our worship, they implement that aspect here. And the National Youth Commission, they implement another 8,000 jobs program with opportunities, entrepreneurship, and ensuring giving access to capital, get startup capital, what they get young people. That one, they were almost there at the tail end of the procurement, start January also. And also, you get National Youth Service, where they do so much. You get National Youth Commission. We get so many trainings then. If you watch UNDP, even now, go Facebook, yesterday, about 200 young people and we train in solar, we take through UNDP. All of these things put together, you know, we are on the right trajectory so far.
Let me talk on even the National Youth Service where you mentioned. Of course, very clear, say you are one of the people them. Of course, now you get that, that's now your own baby, where you usher in when you come in as Minister of Youth Affairs. But one thing we're very clear on that, the expected outcome of that particular initiative still unable to harness our mates, wherein people for pass through the service, for able to get themselves gainfully employed now the areas the way they find themselves during that moments when they serve, you know, just after then command and at gaining. Yeah. I think we're able to reach.
Yes. Not to that, not the general thinking. The general thinking is that anybody will go to National Youth Service for be job provider rather than becoming a job seeker. Now, as a result of that, we enter the service, National Youth Service, then they train you for like 4 weeks. Train you how you for be self-independent, how you for go on your own hustling, you know. And at the same time, with one of the best set of Sierra Leoneans and way today you recruit an agency because they know about nationalism, they know, very conscious of our time. When they get in that come 6 o'clock every morning they gap, and that one they miss them. So the National Youth Service now one will be now very successful because the retention rate is over 60%. Wait till we start about 5 years ago, Nigeria done it over 40 years, Ghana done it over 60 years, you know. So by the time we get to 10, 20, 30 years, believe you me, we'll get onto the pace, well, maybe less, we'll get onto the pace. I know Nigeria, it's compulsory that everybody for go to national service. But as it is now, if you say everybody for go to national youth service, we are about the resources, you know. But at the same time, everybody will apply, then they take them, you know.
You said the retention rate is now about 60%. So what's they attached to?
A whole lot. Agencies, banks, mining sector. Because most times when we send them to them places then definitely they retain them. So for instance, the new program we announced in the next couple of days where the president will don't make the pronouncement. We can give phone numbers, give with if you're a young person, you want the support fit Sierra Leone in agriculture, we'll ensure that we pay you for 1 year. Now any farm where you go, we pay you, they didn't have the farm, we pay 1 year, and also we give some incentive to the farms them where they host them people. And so when we talk about retention, now most of the people them way when they send to them areas and the agencies and they end up retain them because of their professionalism, because of their output. It's difficult for legacy Sierra Leoneans we get that kind of acumen, that kind of discipline in terms of corporate ethics, job ethics, we said in this. So them going through that paramilitary training give them so much edge above other colleagues and we not go through that one day.
And again, one of the projects where say over time, you don't cascade na the Ministry of Youth Affairs, na the Youth and Fishing projects, and that of the Youth and Agriculture project. Take me through then two projects and the.
So,
which of the two do you actualize?
I'll start with agriculture. You know, the model we'll be get where we start newly that we'll take young people in a farm, we plow for them, we harvest for them, we give them seed, give them fertilizer. I'll not be too fancy that model, you know. But when you watch on like we get FSRP now, FSRP alone, just inside on Kolili district, FSRP alone creates over 2,000 opportunities and yeah. That's okay, then they can plow for you, then they plow for you, give seed, give fertilizer, and within the badge of you working, then they pay you. You know, so if government don't do that one to you, when you harvest, you don't get startup, if we will continue. Yeah. And come up with FSRP, you also get AVDP, Agricultural Value Chain Development Project, under the Ministry of Agriculture, FSRP itself under Ministry of Agriculture. This one they implement them under FAO. So we want to see how we push agriculture, not to like nah, job for the boys. It should not be, you know. So now we could change the dynamics, to change the way we do. I mean, like I make mention of the money we pay. If you're not graduates now, you want to go on a farm, you go find your own farm. Or if you they produce something that you get in a graduate, we also they pay you for 1 year. So now a way for lobby just allow young people and for be independent and think for themselves, say, now this I want to do and that this I for do. May they not take and say agriculture is a job for the boys. May they take and say, me we see the house being a farmer and the person that master farmer, he gets so much passion for agriculture. I enjoy going to the farm than any other places. You know, and when you did it, you get so much for land, there is nature, and you can make you America any say you there. And not take and say agriculture, not just a way now for the poor people them know. Get farms away now generation of farmers them, that kind of thing we take for.
Recently, just as you mentioned the FSRP and that of the VDP project, the FSRP recently give the ministry about over 600,000 new loans for cascade some of them projects them na 8 districts in the country. And this one now been, of course, for looking at aquaculture development under this FSRP project. Where are we with regards to that support they will them give the ministry? The ministry actually execute that project, or it just the first in the pipeline?
No. So, the waiting and give the ministry for social mobilization, not to the ministry to implement. You know, when you look at the...
So that implements then?
Not them, FSRP.
Then give the ministry, but not then the implement?
No, then give the ministry money for the social mobilization. Okay. That is to say, go to 8 districts, talk about this project, bring young people, talk about them, and ensure say they get XYZ, XYZ. You understand? We call it social mobilization. Then, now that's and give the money for. We don't go do that one day.
When will I go there?
So about 4 or 5 weeks ago, we go right across. I get pictures there. If you watch on my Facebook page, when we go Moyamba, post them. When we go Kailama, post them. Go on my page. When we go Bump, I post them. When we go Cambia, I post them. And as a result of that, we compile everything at the end of the day. We send back.
But how be the youth on a target? And how been selected youth on do this social mobilization?
When you talk about social mobilization, now you get specific areas. Okay. If they tell you say go Poloko, where go Cambia, the first port of call are the district youth leader. District youth leaders.
SLP district youth leader?
No. Youth council. Okay. You get the youth council. You get district youth council. You get chiefdom youth council. You get regional. You get national youth council. You get youth officer at all the how you call them, all the council them. When a civil servant, every council gets youth officers and then at the first port of call. You reach out to the youth council where the young people in the entire district vote for say, this is a program where they can't talk about aquaculture. You understand? Mobilize, call them and give them the transport allowance. That's not social mobilization. When it comes to the actual implementation of the project, it sits with FSRP. I think they're still on the procurement, for procure, waiting for buy, waiting enough for buy. At the end of the day, then give the contract to for implement, to not for implement. Now that one they then give you the money for. And fortunately, we implement and we liquidate 100%.
Just quite recently, we see the ministry see ways for capacitate those within into the transport sector. We want to be doing right across, of course, for keke riders, Okada riders, and that of those within into fishing. Take me through that one. I've been Talek.
Yes, that will be one big one, and a big in the sense that we gamma shot, and I'm happy for present say we the they're on the right track. A few minutes ago, I get a conversation with the minister, with the service providers, that up to now some of them keke don't get license, you know, but you know then it's still they struggle for get the license and for get them done. So, but they don't begin give some of them. And the fishing boats, we don't do the procurement. The item the president don't launch. We go to another set of procurement for ensure the same way we give the private sector for implement the keke, and the same way we give the private sector for implement the boating as well. So that one then they do the bid opening. They don't. I think they don't do the bid opening. Then they award the contracts in a couple of days. Which you don't want to anything we get for do government, you realize out of experience, people get their own perception. But if you give the private sector give you bond guarantee, say I'm going to pay you this amount. The president don't announce it, and they pay 50%. At the end of the way, bring them. Out of which you bring, then we take and we go.
So now how many keke we talk about now?
200.
Now 200 keke have been presented that day, or because no. from the pictures and from that video, now be 100 keke been there.
Yeah.
So why not be 100?
The projects now 200.
Okay.
We don't hand over about 140 something.
Okay.
You understand? So the part of the 200 will be handed over. Like I say, it's a revolving. You understand? Like what you say at the launch.
Not to one go.
The as it is now.
Yes.
Now like 100 at the west, 100 at the south. The service provider at the west, now they get 100. The service provider at the east, they get 100. So like I tell you, we get challenge at that. The number plate I don't know this company where they print some plates the face challenge.
So as it is, which of the two end them we're not able to get the complete amount of? So then just share. So according to 140, you say, right?
Oh yes, around that. Yes.
140.
Yes.
So you left 60 more.
More. Yeah.
When do you then expect 60 more?
Before January.
Well, now, with all of this, you think the ministry is on the right trajectory in terms of supporting youth them?
Yes. It's not just the ministry. It's not just the ministry. The ministry, they do, like I tell you, the PSSYND project where the mission don't come, the mission very happy with, the World Bank mission very happy with the progress we don't make. And what if we don't affect we again now that we get so many players in the youth sector. So many players in the youth sector, but within the Ambogui now that level of consolidating the effort we they make. Say for instance, European Union, when you ask European Union how much money they invest in young people today is huge. When you ask the German government under GIZ, EPP3, EPP4, it's over 60 million euro. You understand? But the impact, I mean, you're not going to measure it to the amount of money. So what we try to do as a sector is that we streamline, try to get a central call for all intervention. I mean, could build a platform under World Bank today for ensure say, we build a platform. That platform they all young people every development partner, young people will financially get a one-stop shop for every youth intervention.
The program na hot seats and it come na YV television at channel 33 and SEF we ready 101.7 FM. Similarly, so you can follow in our Facebook page where you can drop your comments, questions and contributions and ensure say you tailor them to the issues that we discuss inside the program. Me na Samuel Ibrahim Kuruma and na the studios I get the Minister of Youth Affairs with Mohamed Orman Bangura. It therefore talk on, of course, job creation in the youth them, the ministry in perspective. But nonetheless, at this moment, it's time we listen to youth man them across the country with regards to this topical issue we get for do with job creation and what have you. We'll talk to, we get way for talk to both the able and disabled. The minister will can respond in terms of the disabled because of for most of it you see it's more of the able. Now they don't benefit from so many things. But nonetheless, let me listen from them youth man there. Let me see. I'm waiting them and get to say with regards to job creation aspects.
Like for me, in terms of skill, I want the government empower with the handicap then for land, or some of who study for all able to train and competent so that they go less for businesses. For this is begging, not a job. And they say they discriminate you so that they say we like big. But we're not getting no side for work. So unless we big before we go always big. We get picking them, we get woman, then we picking them go school. So we say government thinks they put money unless they're able they support. Sinati the 500,000 job do to the disabled people or it don't reach the disabled people. You know, Sinati because of some of the disabled last case. But when you look at them, I mean, as it's big, some people are in school. They say they give a pre-education, the pre-education back. When you go there, they go ask for so many things. So if you think about the job, we'll not get nothing part of that job day, that 500,000 job day. Because that's really more the same people the way to jobs because of one, if you think about disability, then you're not employed. So you get family, you get things them for you. The people away for help you, for make what you learn, for let you achieve. No, you just get for distract yourself. Because if you go out for help, you know they get. You might know they steady. Even down to the able people with the when they pass through, most of them don't to drugs because of the way of living not correct for them because of all road they live now this strong na government so far. Although yes, you get for do things for yourself for let you become who that you be. But 70% they onto the government because of the parents are not do things for you, your land. Then when you go out, you get so many discrimination that they lead people more for going to bad life. Well, one like Corona, they say government don't count 500,000 jobs. While the government think about you, and when in the past the bills there, then they think about disabled people and not so no more the able people and because if they give 2% to disabled people in a parliament, it's like you not consider them. You not go get to picking a house when I disabled, you not feel like whether other man they feel. Because if you as a disabled you get that picking, you dey feel that same way that disabled they feel. So do for our government. While you come out to aid, let you able help we. Let me back be somebody in this nation.
This one they talk about say government employment, 5,000 employment, but we will not see that yet in this country. Nothing to not see it in the country. Even we land the job themselves. No benefits not there for no progressive not there for we right now in this country because some of we will not get shop but we land the skill. So and when they some man can take we like for say we no do nothing. What has in the streets? One better thing in India. But if job day, at least that layman, they must stop that idleness where they can go do it for them. But if we take a like for say no more, government they talk, and they do one. A false allegation. Because we go to camp. Who borders them? But you see that they even main go fishing at Christmas. We're not talking Christmas no. We watch and king again you stress with the money. They say they push, they say they do this no. Then get you stress with the money. Can you imagine? For earn 20,000 pounds, what does they make get time? Whether one day watch able come and eat job facility. So job facility in this country, with the youth man, nothing they do. You just see no more like for so we not that we not one kind riff-raff. But what to make job facility not for me. I don't get much for say. I have to stop them because if I say I go further, even me not gonna let everything will come out of that.
Initiatives and effort of the youth ministry will see how best they be able to definitely and sustainably drive unemployment rates among young people in Asalo. But Bokora young people in the cry, many graduates in the currently, many students and Bokora young people in the out there will definitely the cry say the job market small, the competition is high, thousands in the graduates every year, they not get offices there. People in the way because they occupy office there where they're not supposed to occupy it, and many other things there. Definitely the ministry somebody go say they don't need try, but much they for
Orman Bangura, in a battle man for this road here. At the battle from the keke, all the partner, all the go Aberdeen, I made the battle. Really surviving, easy, sister. I put the action so no more. The way all life they go on right now, easy for a really young man there. Yes. They have the battle, they have the load keke, and they give you 1 load. Any keke we load, they give 1 load. So from there 1 load, and they get at say, we get like then 15, 20, you go buy 1 plate rest before you survive. This kind of situation like me, so me not keke man, and I drive motor back. Me not driver. But it's like this country right now, if you not get sababu, nothing safe you go make her up. Because any side where you go now lane right now. Yes. I don't land me hook down. I know able to get no hook. So now the thing that they appeal to Papa government for them go help with the young man there. Because right now, the kind of life with the young man there, they live right now, not funny right now for we in our streets. So the big Papa government, let pay attention to we.
My name is Mohamed Fufana. Me I didn't have the keke ground for family survival because it's not easy for me. I work all day. So I make the kind of the ground. But I get me survival. But any kind of go do bad. And then the console they do bad.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back. This is not the hot seat show, and that's not been some voices there from the reasonable man. The young people we find themselves in a various sector. Of course, they talk about the current situation, the predicaments where they find themselves at the moment, and we will similarly so get some disabled and they will talk to. We care amongst waiting and say. One man say if one day we able no able get, you know disabled how we able get, and again the other hand say as disabled waiting make most of them they go into drugs now because they can take to mind, they get a lot of things the way they happen to them. They no able to handle all by themselves. Things are hard and all this. Orman.
Yeah. So looking at the current dispensation, the current amount of people in the country, if you say 200 keke, we able to fix that problem there? No. The 200 are just the tip of the iceberg. Even if you count 2,000 keke now, it's not going to be even enough. You understand? This 200 way president just don't launch a handover. That one day, it's small. Next year, they get the intention, along almost they mobilize the fund for buy 200 zero mileage cars. 200 zero mileage cars for ensure say, Sierra Leone is one country where you not get transportation for middle class. Uber not come on here. So once you how go stop young people for come, bike riders for enter inside the CBD. And most of the young people the way you interview, not a youth team, then they're above 35. Most of the one they were CISO, then they're above 35.
It's man, people ended below 35.
No. Like the young man we sit down.
Say you waiting difficult for you in life in the old quick. Man.
Not tell me about poverty. I don't feel, I don't see, I know. When you poor, I know it's when you did within the age 35, I understand. I'm not the type of say they are young people. Because of the 10 years war, most of we fall within the age. You get 11 years, like 11 years the country shut down. Nobody not get a feature. Nobody not get anything for move. So if you pull 11 years there, you go still say you fall within that. But add 11 years, anyway. So for the young man from university, I always tell people they say when you go to university, just a paper you will get. But what you go study, get tendency for can give what you want downtown. I always say this, we get to change the mode of learning in this country. We still believe in the white collar job, people who colonize they in coat and tie and sit down in office, say people in the office, not to office no more they give job. Not to office no more they give job. You get job, now if you talk with civil servants, they pay them 1.2 million. Most of them above the minimum wage, 1.5. But if you get a job where they go to in a bush for going to farm, they get 2 million. Why not go take a still talk about office job? So what you will tell for here, it's not just about where you go get that paper, then just one certificate. But what you go learn and how you can implement them downtown. You get 4 years at the university, you get the rest of your life at the universe. I always say this, from that minute where you're in the teens, where you take that decision for go take Becker and was, I did you get them wrong or you get them right. If at the verge of going where you go take was Becker, you decide say you go study this, if you go do certain things and the way you go study, very well where you come out, you don't get space for them now. You understand? But if you go get degree in medicine, you go get degree in electrical engineering, you go get degree in plumbing, you go get degree in those skills aspects, biggest assured say most of them people need to get set up because my own experience at the extractive industry and at this, you get Romanians, you get Australians, you get South Africans where they can take job them way with Sierra Leone and borders they do now. But at the end of the day, the employer say, but you don't even get certificates or you don't even get degree. What if we say now that we get universities and make a call names, then they plant a blackboard, harvest a blackboard, weed a blackboard, give degree in agriculture that at the end of the day, then people don't get no practical experience. No, we bring the German model.
So, as a ministry, we have been established, we don't create a venue for which you decide to come to actualization. I mean, give people technical skills in areas that are demand-driven.
If you go Facebook now, I tell you, say 200 young people just graduate in solar maintenance.
That's again, not just a drop in the ocean.
But if we don't start at 20 years, 10, 15 years ago, it's not going to be a drop anymore. Now, if you go to Magai, you get young people where Magai, they give certificate in medicine, in plumbing, because they sabi the job, but they don't get that certificate. If you don't start at 10, 15 years ago, it's not going to be a drop in the ocean. If you go now the military camp, I call them, the first now, you get gap picking them where we train on male-dominated discipline. If you don't start at 10, 15 years ago, it's not going to be a drop in the ocean. We don't miss them for far too long now. Only now we try to get them straight. For instance, the Sumbuya project, we train over 400 young people them have to drive heavy equipment. You know what? Before President Bio, you don't want to see young person who get certificates in heavy equipment driving. No. But they like today, all the 400 that will go through that training, they all get job. So you get forget a proven concept. A proven concept now, when you try something, you see it work and you give the results you want, you will send them for advert. So now, based on their output, and now we decide to say, look, next year, let me find out, let me know how many skills. Do you know if you train young people?
So as a ministry, you don't able to get data of people where you don't capacitate over time. I mean, young people, you don't capacitate over time.
Now, that we build the system. We get a system, tell about that one-stop shop for all intervention. It's not just the ministry. Not the Ministry of Youth, no more than government.
Sure.
When you talk about skills, there's a Ministry of Technical Higher Education where you're responsible for all skills in this country. You understand? Though the Ministry of Youth, they empower young people in different facets of life, but there's a Ministry of Technical Higher Education. There's a project where they give apprenticeship to different competitors, mercenaries, where they send money to, where they do that, they will follow up on the one they give for find out what's the results. So unless we get a one-stop shop where Ministry of Higher Education, private sector, the development partners, all man they get a one-stop shop where they input all your data, it will be easy for you. But so far so good, we get what we call status of youth report. Status of youth report is a platform where they give clear picture to every young person, where they give a clear picture to young people in this country. Now as a result of that, we ensure say we recruit international service provider, international consultants, we in Ghana Institute of Research, and we get local consortium of researchers them. Right now, they get enumerators where they in the field, where they collect data, and very soon they get reports where they tell a clear picture about this.
Orman, now under you watchful as the Minister of Youth Affairs, we see the country gets a number of young people will gradually be non-turned zombies.
Zombies, yeah.
How that can make you feel as the Minister of Youth Affairs, seeing many young people, man, woman, they into drugs and don't turn one carry away, you know, go proud for saying a relative.
I mean, you're unfortunate. You're unfortunate that it happened. But I was telling you back, say, it not just happened. I'll not blame myself because now the current dispensation of the world. If you go New York, you go London, you go to the subways, them you see young people they jump before train they smash them. That not mean say for happen now. What do they try for? Say we get what we call youth bulge now. You get more young people now than never before. In those days, there was nothing like social media. You agree with me? Now, just on TikTok, nothing the way you want to know they see. Just on social media, nothing the way you want to know they see. So what do they try for? Say, no amount of stress, no amount of unfortunate things the way they happen to you will lead into drugs and substance abuse. Yes. No amount of stress, no amount of poverty will go make you go mortgage your life to that. So I'm not responsible. I'm not going to take the blame, saying that because under my own watch, yes, it happened, but I don't take responsibility. Every young person, every parent, every family, every community, every society take responsibility for what happened there. Yes, in we own view, His Excellency the President declared state of emergency. In we own job as a ministry and as a policy maker for ensuring we sensitize young people and they know the do's and don'ts when it comes to drugs and substance abuse. Now, as a result of that, through the Youth Council, we bring every chief of youth leader, we train them, ensure we go in our communities, let them know what are the disadvantage of doing what they do. But at the same time, we ask for community ownership. Community ownership, parents again for take responsibility. Yeah? Picking again for take responsibility. The destiny, you destiny not in nobody hand. There is nothing waiting a young man I don't go through and don't go through. But at the same time, I disdain them from drugs. That don't mean say, because things don't work for you at the moment, if you don't waste the life on drugs and substance abuse, when opportunity come your way, like now, this keke, none of them they not qualify. Because when they do drug test by you, you know they pass.
Oh man.
Until, yeah, that's not the criteria. Because the private sector enroll a responsibility for ensuring they pay back the money. And when you pay more people they get, if you get criminal record, if you deal on drugs, definitely you know they get. So you go ask yourself in the next 3 months, whether I stop for take, I become hopeful, yeah? If whether I stop for take, I become hopeful, say yes, something will happen. But even within yourself, you get more energy when you know they're into drugs. You go be, you feel assured when you know they're into drug. If you jump into drug, somebody assumes you feel to go through pain today, you take kush. After you take kush, the pain they left you, or when the drug left you, you come back to OTB. So why you take and then?
Oh man, the Youth in Fisheries project, now one way done the ring bell right across the country. But even as the ring bell, quite recently, I've been going through a letter from the Global Youth Network with regards to waiting and see na conflict of interest and that of corruption in the implementation of that project. How true are those claims? Because I know you said don't go through that letter.
Yeah. It's not, I mean, that's not just some fallacy. You know, when somebody feels, say, like, you get control within, they do tend for blackmail somebody, thinking that because he's a minister, you know, entitled to certain things. Conflict of interest will only become conflict of interest when you fail for disclose. You understand what I mean? Here is somebody we apply for contract on the ministry, he get the contract, then pay all the money. They don't pay like 70 or 80%.
The person saying that you call him for like apply, say not be even applying all this.
How you not gonna apply? How he count bond guarantee we not apply? How I mean minister they give contract? No. You see something you can't apply. You see, this is not the thing where we talk about blackmailing, or they talk about I'm a public servant. I get me own writing too. I get me own belief too. Myself I'm not a man. I get wife, I get family. If you think say me being a minister of youth now for blackmail me, thinking that you will blackmail me, I go subject myself to what you want, I will not. Or even go to the extent and bring me own wife, saying all sorts of things against me own family, my wife, that will subject me to something. No. Boss, here is a contract. Check that very name week also. The very day way they pay on the first money, 2 days after I post Facebook say they don't go thief over $10,000 in your office. Check. The very day, if you check a couple of years ago, the very day where he post say they go thief money in your office, I just as them pay them. From that day now, no say challenges then they come. But I get past 5 letters.
But by the looks of things, it's like you and the network been the co.
Oh, he's amazing person.
Been the co-implement the project. This network
no.
This contract.
The conflict of interest we try to talk about are the selfish.
I understand.
Are the selfish na Liberia? Are the selfish na Guinea? Even as I speak, my wife called me this morning say he gets a deal from Liberia for like 12,000 fingerlings. If you can't buy fingerlings to my wife, what's the conflict of interest? If you Global Youth Network, go na Green Adventure, where my wife gets 5% shares, go buy fingerlings, say I want feed, I want fingerlings. Like any ordinary citizen. What's the conflict of interest?
Was the network cost?
For let go buy?
For let go buy to you.
But then pay you money from the minute. How? Again, he said they buy fingerlings in this country. Again, he said they buy fish feed in this country. This is not a special product. And to your utmost surprise, every year, part of me, as a disclosure, I go to a letter to Francis Kelfola, I copy Parliament, for any year, disclose to Francis Kelfola, say, my wife, he gets shares in Green Adventure. And as a result of that, me as the minister, I get for the supporter for ensure this business succeed, because the president say, every minister, every political appointee for the into agriculture.
What sort of a trust? How much of a trust you don't earn yourself to international partners?
I mean, at the highest degree, where no minister never gets. No minister never gets. So, no, some of these funny things, this now as a result of somebody just sitting somewhere, he thinks, hey, this guy, they do so much well, calm down. If you can't take contracts, then transfer the money from government of Sierra Leone, well, not to the minister, to your own account. You use the money, you misuse the money. Why they blame me, the minister? How am I connected? Why you think, say, for you go on a radio, blast for the minister, write letter, bring me your own wife personally? You think I'll bow? I don't bow.
That project in a one way not completed till now. Not completed till now.
You have two sides for deliver.
Sure.
I tell the contractor.
And that project for done the rapport by now.
I tell the project manager, say, if you deliver today, the money then I account to, see the irony. You they struggle, government they struggle. You they say government, normally when government give you contract for let you pay, no problem. But here is a deal that if you deliver today, tomorrow will they pay you? Don't you they go and cry all over the country, say, no, let them pay me full because you begin in this, you they struggle, you they go through, you know they rule by the heart, they rule by the books. You pittiness, you challenge where they go through, don't get nothing for do it. Me, the SOPs who are set on the ministry say, the SOP where the Public Procurement Act states, for make I go beyond them. The good thing, the truth now that you don't deliver. Even when there was a letter, but the right to him say, deliver. You go deliver too. You still get two sides for deliver.
Oh man.
Yes.
What you go already remember you for? In this capacity.
But could you remember me?
In a few words, because we try for rapport.
You remember me for National Youth Service. You remember me for accountability and transparency, where some people think say like it should not be. You remember me for the first one we bring 200 kk. You remember me for that man we give grant, 2 million grants 2 years ago. You have so many things where you remember me for. And show me one thing where previous ministers and they remember them for. Show me one. Then Kawash will be right across this country. President B named did it forever. Then Keke there, President B named it, they remember them forever. Forget about me. The National Youth Service.
Then Kawash be the right way for empower youth to them.
Why not? The general thinking about the car wash now be like a holding sports for everybody. You understand?
Holding sports who don't turn brutals. You don't turn cartel for them.
No, not all don't turn cartel. I be the bo pa one pa them then this year where they don't modify even forget to lift. Where they lift you with them. Where they lift you to come from what I'm under. You know, you get some of them where they get bad stories them. You get some, it's just like you born picking them. You born picking, you get them all the training, you want to become good citizen. The responsibility there now for become a good citizen. What you really do now for create the enabling environment for every young person for able to reach his or her own potential. Develop know who or know how. Like I see one young man say, if the one the way not get, if one the way normal they not get, why you not believe say he apply? Why somebody not just believe say if you go, if when they be advertise, yeah, the pressure on the service provider be very low. Now, only when I go display them keke then I wish the space for Biduflo display all the 200 keke them. Now, I tell people and say, no, this thing, because they don't, young people don't used to lie in this country. That, no, therefore lie give them. Because somebody honest enough, I tell you how they do this. Now, I don't tell you how they buy 200. If all things goes well, they buy 200 zero mileage cars. You understand? The pressure not quite to. Passengers you go to line them back in the stadium because then they don't, your place not go reach.
Orman Bangura, and a pleasure for getting at the Hot Seats program.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So the 200 kekes, would they do that one day? Yeah, I wish that place be do for. We don't to line all the 200. And we always tell people say, young person. I mean, I would say this. Grasp me this opportunity. Believe in yourself. Me with serious so person. Be honest, be nobody behind me. Why I not say because I not get connection? I get me job na Standard Chartered Bank. Not to Fambu give me. My job na London Mining, not to Fambu give me. My job na CDC, not to Fambu give me. My job na eHealth Africa, where I be the serve as chief accountant, not to Fambu give me. It's about how you carry yourself in a society and how you believe in yourself. If you do that one day, trust me, no matter what, you don't think they come. And when you don't think come, if you meet you at the wrong side, you tell them they can jump again. But if you meet you prepare for the opportunity, you go hold on to that time there, and you know, see yes, you go out to and you don't come.
This is the Hard Talk program and a hot seats we don't reach live na YV television, channel 33, Radio 101.7 FM, and similarly so now with Facebook page YV News. We apologize to we viewers and listeners. We don't follow in our Facebook page. We're not able to go through our messages, but we will thank them, of course, in the subsequent programs for seeing the need for, of course, bring up their concerns and questions that they want to ask. Of course, I know it has been an exciting moment. We will be in the program to name Samuel Ibrahim Kuruma. To meet again, I say many thanks again to Orman Bangura. It's, of course, takes sacrifice. It's part of his job for coming to office this time of the day. After work, don't tire, come to office around 8. It's always very crazy. But nonetheless, a repeat of this show, they come up on Saturday at exactly 3 o'clock. So the technical team, I say many thanks. Once again, have yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.